welcome back to Wedding Mayhem, your wedding channel for all things wedding. And I've got Mr. Simon Pope back with me.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
All right.
Good.
Thank you. Yeah. This is weird. I like that chair quite a lot.
Do you know what? It is weird being on the other side.
I said earlier, I feel like a supply teacher for Lee.
Did you?
A little bit.
Because Lee's
I need
always
the
on.
glasses. He's much funnier than me.
You're
isn't he?
actually a supply teacher for Lauren, covering her maternity
that's true.
leave.
That's true.
And also Lee.
You well?
Yes, I'm very well. Very well. Just survived sofa shopping with the husband. And the new sofa arrived and it doesn't fit. It's too big.
Did you not measure?
It's not my job to measure. I'm the aesthetics. I'm the pretty sty. And he went, doesn't fit. And I went, you're supposed to measure it. And he went, oh. So
dresses, selling dresses still?
It's gone mental coming back. I don't know what you're like, but for me, coming into the new year, it's a frenzy now. It's like, I should have done this in July because they're like, oh, what do you mean? You know, August wedding, I won't get my dress in time.
It's a busier January for me. So I have photographed more weddings than normal. And also, Feb was quiet, but 2 weddings are coming for Feb, which is great. That's all right.
I do think that we're bored of recession now. And we're like, right, it's not going to change for a while now. Let's just do it.
Ever.
You know, are we ever out of recession? So, yeah, so for January for me, it was mental. It was actually my 4th highest selling month on record in 25 years. So, yeah, it was hectic. And February's already, queued up to be really busy. So how did your episode go down? You got 68,000 views.
That's cool. That's the most ever.
Cool. Lots.
People liked it. I got some good feedback because you never know. And it's so unnerving sitting there. And I've not done that before.
Yeah. Because you're on the other side of the camera, right?
My mum liked it. It's the main thing. And my kids liked it. Also, same main thing. That's it, really. Don't care about anyone else.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's really cool.
It was all right.
And we had lots of feedback as well. Back from weddings that you'd done for them, and they all liked you.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised.
Do you know what no one talks about when you start planning a wedding?
That things really can and do go wrong. Like when a supplier suddenly goes bust, or God forbid, when someone falls ill just before the big day.
Yeah, and that's why wedding insurance is so important. With Wedding Insure, you can help protect your wedding from the unexpected.
It covers all sorts of things, like cancellation and rearrangement if you or a loved one falls ill, financial failure of wedding suppliers, venue issues, even damage or theft of your wedding dress, rings or gifts.
And cover starts from as little as £38.99 with 10 tiers of cover from £6,000 to £100,000. So give yourself that extra peace of mind and head to weddingsure.co.uk and get your big day covered.
Not the most exciting part of wedding planning, but could be the best investment you make.
And as always, make sure you read the T's and C's.
They write nice reviews, so it's good as long as the client's happy. That's it, isn't it? That's
exactly.
Key. That's key.
You've just done a wedding in London.
So I've done a few weddings this year.
That before we started rolling. So.
Briefly, amazing. Just such a beautiful couple. When was it? Early Jan, and because it's London and I'm only in Dorking, but you've got to go the day before.
Yeah.
Got to the train station about 3 p.m, something like that, on the day before, on the Friday. Train cancelled immediately.
And couples don't think about this. This is something for you to sort of anchor in, because this was an expense that you're going to add into your costing.
You include it really, because I didn't initially decide that, and I just thought I just can't rely on trains.
Yeah.
So got to the train station, train cancelled, managed to get another one, got to London, got my sunset pictures, got some food, had a little hotel, Vauxhall, and then went to sleep. And 6 a.m. the next day, bash on the door. Sounded like my door, but it was the police knocking on the next door, so like halls adjoining, and arresting the guy. It's about 2.25 hours to get him out.
How?
I didn't see that bit.
Did you not get out with
hanging
camera?
out with my camera?
Yeah, I would have been.
And I don't need to wake up like that on the morning of a wedding. I didn't need to get up there. Anyway, I got up, got out, got sunrise pictures, and then off to photograph the bride.
Yeah.
12 hours later, I was done. Mega day.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I like that as well, because couples don't realise what we do.
I told them in the cab, so I was in the cab with them. So
So like the sunrise pictures and.
I thought that was important.
Yeah.
because they love London. They live in London. I just wanted to show London for them at the beginning rather than just...
Yeah, it's a storybook, isn't it?
Yeah, makeup or something. Yeah.
Storybook. You didn't come alone.
I brought a friend.
You brought a friend. You have a friend
Known
other
for
than
years.
me.
Well, I only know people with no hair, so I thought I'd bring...
Oh, my God.
Don't do hair, do we?
That's not how we met. No.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Met the barbers.
Shush. I'm trying to introduce. I'm trying to do this properly.
We're professionals.
Welcome, David Emin from Connection Limos.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing.
I think it's Connect Limos.
Oh, what did I say?
There's no E on the end.
Connect.
Connect.
Connect. Oh, for God's sake. Well,
I
we've said
answer
it
to
5
anything.
times now, so it will
Wedding
get
May.
there. Wedding May. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank
And
you for having me. Thanks
For
for having me.
those that don't know you, who are you? What are you?
Right. My name is David, as you say, and I own and operate Connect Limos, wedding car service. Been doing it nearly 20 years now. And I met Simon 15 or more years ago, either at a wedding or a wedding fair. Can't remember.
Did you both have hair then?
No.
Wedding fair it was.
Was
At a
it?
venue, it wasn't very good. I never worked there before, but I think I said yes to it.
I think you took some pictures of the car. and
Yeah, I
stuff.
like the car. Rolls, I think
I had
it
a
was.
Phantom at the
Yeah.
time.
Right.
And we clicked and got on. I think you did photos of my daughter as well, a bit later on when she was born. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. A long
Yeah,
time
some
ago.
portrait pictures.
Yeah. People and cars.
Yeah,
They're the coolest things on the planet, aren't
Yeah.
they? People and cars.
basically.
We love cars. You know about cars, don't you?
Yeah.
No, I am awful.
You're gonna learn.
I am awful. So I am when I,
Right.
you know, if I like it, I like it. I'm not about the aesthetics or what it does. I've got.
You like the one outside?
I did like it. It's white. I did
Yeah.
like white cars. I've got a
Yeah.
white van as well.
Right.
But I've just bought a Mini last year, and I still haven't worked out all the dials.
No.
You
Okay.
know, on and off and go, and the radio, obviously for the podcast.
Petrol or diesel or electric, or don't you know that?
All the man told me is if you put the wrong nozzle in, one won't go in. So the one that goes in is the right one. So
Perfect.
that's all I need to know.
Sounds ideal.
And you just bought it.
So,
Do you want to buy a bridge?
buy a bridge.
That's
Buy a bridge. Stop! I'm regretting this already.
Oh, sorry.
So that you haven't always done.
No.
So what did you do before?
Okay, so when I went to a very good school in London,
Right.
and
Can we name it?
Allane's in Dulwich,
Right. Okay.
which was one of these schools where you were expected to go to university and do
Okay.
big and clever things,
Yeah.
and that was never me. I preferred making models and mucking around with stuff like that. And I said to my parents at the time, can I leave school at 16? Because then you could.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, but you've got to get a job.
Right.
Oh, crap, okay. So I ended up getting an apprenticeship for British Airways,
Wow.
fixing aeroplanes at age 17, something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I worked at the airline for about 10 years,
Yeah.
and then had my fill of that, wanted to do other things.
Were you always into cars and engines and stuff like that?
Always. I mean, I'm one of these guys where I could tell the sound of a car coming down the road, you know, what it would be, and just, yeah,
Can I just say I wouldn't date you?
No,
No.
okay.
I would.
Right, well, I'm going. It's the only reason I'm here. I want to be number 4.
Did you say wedding number 4? Oh my God. Just clicked.
This is the show.
So yeah, always loved cars, but and aeroplanes and things like that. And then I left the airline world and got into property, and I got a job as an estate agent
Right.
to learn the ropes
Yeah.
and learn all
And
about
you and
it.
I have probably worked together.
We probably have crossed paths.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that what you both did then?
Yeah.
God, I'm gone.
Or- yeah.
No, I literally was 16, same as you. Had to get a job, and
Yeah.
well, I was going into the police force. Weirdly,
I wanted to be a policeman,
no way.
but I wasn't tall enough. And I think what happened.
Even with a hat?
I think what happened is
They didn't stop wearing those peaked hats.
because I like the idea of zooming around like a policeman in
Yes.
blue lights on.
Same.
Told my mum that, and I think she was horrified at the thought of me being a police officer.
Oh God.
So she stopped feeding me, so I didn't grow.
Stop feeding.
I think so. And so I got to sort of 5'6" and then stopped.
Yeah.
And you had to be 5'11", I think, back in the old days.
Did you? I can't remember.
Yeah.
remember.
So that was the end of my police career.
Wow. But like you said, yes, and I just fell into estate agency and you know, I was doing a background to business course at the same time. So, my God. Okay. So, so from estate agency, then we're still not into cars yet?
We're still not into cars yet. Estate agency was good, very, very hard work. And I did that for about 9 months and learned a lot, and then bought some properties of my own. And I always fancied an old Bentley.
Okay.
And I thought, oh.
Sounds like a woman.
So I bought myself a Bentley and thought, right, I can do weddings with it.
Okay.
And make it pay for itself.
Okay.
And at the time as well, I had a little mini network, a contact in the private jet world. And I got my chauffeur license from what is now Transport for London.
So tell me about the chauffeur license, because I didn't know that you had to have one.
Yeah, there's a distinction between wedding cars and what they call private hire vehicles.
Right, okay.
And funeral cars as well. In that, wedding cars and funeral cars are exempt from any form of licensing.
Right. What does that mean?
You still need to have the correct insurance.
Okay.
And it's not wedding insurance as in if you cancel the wedding, I pay. It's not that insurance. It's to carry the public to their wedding.
Yes, okay.
And it's very important. It's one of the things people don't realise.
Because all I'm hearing is couples, you need to be asking
Yes.
this. And this is due diligence, isn't
well, it is. And we'll come on to a bit more detail later. But there was a venue that I worked at that had a couple delivered to the reception in the back of a police car with the blues and twos on. And what had happened...
Wasn't me.
No, it wasn't him either. And what had happened was the police were following the wedding car, and it flashed up on their system that it didn't have wedding insurance, and it was all ribboned up and all that. And they pulled it over with the couple in the back.
Just took a picture.
Yeah, and they asked the driver, you know, are these friends of yours or whatever? Are you a business? And they said, no, we've paid him. And they said, well, you can't continue the journey because the car is uninsured, effectively.
Wow. Well, it's void, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
So the reception wasn't far from where they got pulled over. And the police said, look, jump in the back of the Volvo and we'll drop you off.
We're insured.
And so they pulled up, the Ninos going and everything.
The Ninos.
And all the guests were outside thinking, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
And it kind of made a fun...
Yes.
Was there a picture of it? Did the photographer get a picture?
They would have got pictures of all that.
Course.
But so
Brilliant.
Weddings and funerals, you need to have the right insurance, but nothing else. With private hire, so your taxis and things like that,
Yes.
you need to have what's called an operator's license.
Okay. And what does that entail? Is that like just taking a driving test?
No, the operator's license is an administrative thing where the person who's at the top of the business, who takes the bookings, has to be registered with whichever local authority they live and operate within.
Okay.
So whether that's London or one of the Surrey ones or wherever.
Yep.
Then they can only use drivers who are also licensed to that authority, which means the drivers have to have a medical, and they have to do a sort of local knowledge test.
Okay. A bit like the black cab.
Bit like the black cab, not
okay.
not as much. It's like sort of main locations and things, and they have to do an English test as well.
Why?
It's a fairly new thing that came in.
Okay.
And
having said that, we've I've got two girls that work for me that are South African. Parents are English and Irish, but they've had to do their citizenship. And the questions that they're being asked, they asked us, and we're all like, oh my God.
I don't even know that.
I don't know.
No. And it's a little bit like, you know, who's the lead in Bridgerton?
Yes.
You know, and stuff like that. And who played James Bond in, you know, it's the weird stuff.
Yeah.
But
we've grown up here. And then the cars themselves have to be 4-door cars with 4 or 5 seat belts.
What? Why is that important?
For safety, passenger access, mobility.
Okay. So if you're in an accident, you've got
all of that.
exits.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the cars, after they are 1 year old, have an MOT every 6 months.
Right.
And
so
then
my car's second hand. When do you need an MOT?
3 years
after
normally.
it's new.
3 years.
So when
normally.
it's new, it's then 3 years.
But
so
with private hire vehicles,
got to be every year.
Yeah, they can only be driven by drivers who've got the relevant licences.
Okay.
So, and it's all about keeping the public safe.
Yes.
And that kind of thing.
Because it's all very well, you know, oh God, they're good value. They're cheaper than that person. But,
Yeah.
you know, and it'll be okay. We're only going around the corner, but anything can happen around that corner.
Well, and this is it. And wedding insurance and public liability insurance is expensive.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things that a lot of companies cut corners on. And you may well be travelling in an uninsured car. So if you have an accident, which does happen, and you are badly injured.
Yeah. Oh, it's not sexy to die on your wedding day, is it?
You're not covered. I did a wedding years ago where they had a horse and carriage,
Right.
which is lovely.
Yeah.
And the horse and carriage only does the last little bit of the journey. So you drive and meet them sort of round the corner. And they get to clip-clop around the corner in the horse and carriage.
Okay.
Horses got startled and the carriage went over.
Oh my God.
And that was not a good wedding for these people.
No.
So, yeah, it's about covering, you know, for these eventualities.
You don't think about these things, you know,
No.
you're you know, spreadsheets and trying to, you know, cost affect everything that you're purchasing.
So I got the Bentley and the Mercedes and got into the corporate and the high net worth work.
Yeah.
Which was great fun in many ways.
Yeah.
And then I did the weddings at the weekend.
I have any stories?
It's I've got to obviously be discreet because I've done a lot of
And on the door of London.
Oh, try and beat this story, because this came into the podcast. When we first started, is that one of the guests came out and found the mother-in-law, so the groom's mum, in the back of the wedding car with the chauffeur.
Oh,
doing Who's Your Father?
They caught us. Damn.
That's one of your that's one of your stories.
No, I was doing a chauffeur job. It wasn't a wedding. It was a chauffeur job for a very high-profile family, and they had their own private jet and all of that. And took them down to Farnborough. The passengers got.
Are you the guy that drives onto the tarmac?
Yeah, you drive to the steps. Yeah. Yeah,
One day.
Which is actually quite
buying second-hand
nerve-wracking.
cars.
And there's a lot of rules that you've got to follow,
Really?
understandably, about driving near aeroplanes. And but because my airline background, yeah,
Oh yeah.
because my airline background, I was quite used to driving across taxiways and things like that. But so passengers got into the plane, and then it's the pilots who put the luggage in the boot of the plane. And he's gone to the back. We had a Mercedes and one of the people movers, the Mercedes V-Class, with all the luggage. One of the suitcases was buzzing.
It wasn't mine. You're thinking what I'm thinking, are you?
No.
Right.
What are you
Listening to
thinking?
his story, nothing.
And
Butt plugs.
Listening to his
and the pilot's got this case, it's going bzzz like this. And of course, he can't put it on the plane.
No.
Don't know what it is. Even
It
on a
must
private
be really
jet.
loud buzzing.
We can feel the vibration as well. Yeah. And it was kind of pulsing. Anyway,
moving on.
this he had to
Moved
go
on
and
himself.
ask the passenger to come and
Claim.
the bag
Yeah.
and stop the buzzing.
Take the batteries out.
So she comes out looking rather
Okay.
looking rather embarrassed, and we're all sort of looking like this.
But still want to see what's in the.
She goes to the back of the car so she's not visible and deals with it. And apparently it was her toothbrush.
Right.
Moving on.
Yeah.
But have you seen that in it's like a prank that you do with people, they film it, where they put like a vibrator in somebody's hand luggage, so when they go through the security and get their bags checked, then they pick it out and then people are filming them.
Not seen.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Can we go back to planes? Just for a minute. So did you work on Concord or in Concord?
Yeah, because of my diminutive, what do you call it? Small stature.
Yeah.
I used to get shoved inside the fuel tanks all the time.
Oh my God, you're like the little boy that goes up the chimney.
I was, and it was great at the time because you'd get high on all the fumes of the fuel. It's wonderful.
You're the reason they stopped flying them.
Yeah. So I didn't mind that too much. Yeah, I did Concord.
What was the best part about doing Concord?
I mean, there's a lot of prestige, obviously.
Special plane, isn't
it? Yeah.
It's and you even now you look at it and think when it was actually designed
Yeah.
back in the 50s and 60s. They didn't have computers and stuff
If it
like that.
came
they
out
have
today,
now.
it's special.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
special it
And
was.
I flew on it a few times.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it really fast?
Yeah. And
Supersonic.
you could really, really feel it. But it was what was nice about it was that it was because it was on its own, it was like a family of people. So the pilots, the engineers, all the ground crew
Okay.
were like a little community within the airline.
Yeah.
So that was fun, and I got some nice souvenirs from it, or bits that I forgot to put back on. I guess you choose which.
You're not the reason why it crashed.
No,
No.
I wasn't at work that day. I have been involved in a few very, very, very near misses, but not things that I'd done directly. But
Right.
obviously they investigate everything.
Yes.
But yeah, Concord, and then I moved other parts of the airline and did other planes, Boeings and Airbuses and things, and really enjoyed it actually.
And working on, engines and plane, how has that set you in good stead for what you do now?
I think one of the things that I learned when I was an apprentice, and it was absolutely drilled into us, was attention to detail
Yeah.
for obvious reasons. And also, if you bugger something up, admit it, be
Right.
honest about it,
Yeah.
take accountability.
'Cause
and
we
then
all
we'll
make
deal with it.
mistakes.
Exactly. Life is life.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect thing. So don't try and cover something up because the consequences are fairly obvious.
Yeah.
And that was drilled into us. And that kind of attention to detail set me up early on in life, that what I look at doing, I try and do the best I can.
Yeah.
But also with the airplanes, you always were thinking, my family could be on that plane that I'm touching and doing stuff on. And actually, one of the planes that I did work on a lot was later sold on to other airlines in the world and did in fact crash one day, killing 140 people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that was a weird feeling
Yeah.
to see that plane. But so you always have that mindset. So I then apply that to weddings. This could be my wedding.
Yeah.
So every wedding I've ever done,
Yeah.
and I've done over 1,000 now, like Simon, been doing it a long time. I think this could be my wedding or someone in my family. So
we do the same in the shop. This is not, this is the first dress we've ever sold. This is the first dress that we've ever steamed. This is the first, we always treat it as it's the first one. So, it's making sure.
You treat it like it's your I treat every wedding like it's my first day at a new job.
Yes.
You just do.
Yeah.
And that's part of being self-employed, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just want to do the best.
And even
you
though
possibly
the
can.
actual wedding process, if you like, doesn't really change much.
No.
It's the kind of same steps for each one. Each one to me feels different and exciting, partly because you're dealing with new people.
Yeah.
And people I find fascinating, like the estate agency world.
I'm nosy. I love it.
It's great dealing with people. Same with the weddings. I go to lots of different venues, even though I've been to many, many venues lots and lots of times. There are new ones all the time. And you go, oh, wow, I never knew this place existed.
Yeah.
And I might go back there socially or take the kids or,
So do you think, that there's more pressure on couples now to get the best, to do it right?
I think there's a lot of pressure because it's a huge amount of money. What's the average? 25,000?
Yeah.
The average?
I had a conversation with somebody this week, and they're coming in next week on the pod, and they were so right, and they were like, we're fed up with seeing the average wedding is this, because it's putting people off getting married. When you say 25,000, I'm not paying £25,000 for a wedding. It's a lot of money, so it's putting people off getting married because they think, well, there's no point in us getting married because it's going to cost us 25,000, where you can do it.
Yeah, and as has been mentioned many times on this pod, where other family members are now getting involved, there's another pressure to please them. Yes. I've got to get married somewhere they would like, and I've had it in the past where some of my couples have gone against the parents.
We had it this weekend in the shop where grandmother is absolutely beside herself and not getting married in church.
Yeah.
And the bridesmaids are in black.
Yeah.
I've keeled over.
Love black dresses.
On a sort of related point to that, where the sort of wedding trends have changed a bit over the last few years of everything happening in a hotel or a venue rather than the normal home church reception. I've had feedback over the years from fathers of brides who are quite upset that the other daughter's getting married in a hotel because he's missing out on that special moment with his daughter going to the wedding in the car.
The journey.
Because that is their last moment before he, gives her away, walks her down the aisle, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And they miss out on that. And,
tell us about this journey.
well,
What happens?
it's quite funny actually because everyone's different.
Remember I asked you that? The smile on your face.
Yeah.
Beamed because you.
It's quite often it's the first time I meet the bride.
Yeah.
Or groom or whoever I'm picking up on the day. So you've always got that slight anticipation. What are they going to be like? Are they going to be a chilled bride, or are they going to be
anxious,
or
nervous.
what used to be called a bridezilla?
Yeah. Hate that word.
Yeah. Because it's a very stressful day, isn't it? And there's a lot going on in the morning. So you've got to, get over that first bit. And I've had brides who are so laid back, it's like they're not even going to their wedding.
Yeah.
They're just so chilled.
Yeah.
And then I've had others who...
Inside, I think. They're probably panicking.
Because they've watched Wedding Mayhem, they know what's going to...
I've had others who keep saying, I'm going to throw up. I'm like, oh, please don't.
Do you carry sick bags in the car?
We've got sick bag, but we also have water, mints. And,
right, okay.
My charm and conversation normally distracts them.
Okay.
Which is a worthwhile
You can talk someone out of being sick.
And it's been noted in a lot of my reviews, actually.
Yeah, but you're calm.
And it's part of the job. Your job isn't just driving the car.
Yeah.
You've got to manage the situation and try and settle them. Because obviously, this might be their first wedding. I've done loads.
Yeah.
So I can obviously pass on some relaxing, calming influence.
I think letting people know this is normal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is instantly
They
a
do
relaxer.
ask, don't they?
Yeah.
It's normal.
And actually,
They do ask.
you're going to get through the day and you're going to think, where did that all go?
Yeah.
But I've had fathers of the bride who've gone through a whole big box of Kleenex, and the bride's been fine. I have one bride. Well, I personalise the service that I offer, and they are quite welcome to bring their own music or whatever they want to do. And
I love that.
this bride bought a CD. Do you remember what those are? CDs?
Yes.
I don't know if the
They
audience
are coming
will
back.
know what CDs
Still got my
are.
collection.
But they bought this CD, and she goes, oh, you play that. And in the Phantom, the Rolls Royce, the stereo is like a nightclub. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
Even now, you think, wow, how did they make that back then? But she played this death metal CD,
Right.
full blast,
Okay.
all the way to the church.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And I was
Bat out of hell.
that was unbelievable. So, yeah, that journey is, and the conversation is quite often between father and daughter, and they talk about when she was a child and how
They reminisce.
Oh, and it's and when you have what I call the one venue wedding, you miss out on that and those memories and the photos arriving and getting.
It's a
out
lovely
the car.
shot to get when even if it's the bride and her mum or dad, whoever it is, she's sitting within the car. It's a lovely moment to get. So they've just had a great journey, proper chat. You can see it on their smiles. First, when they rock up, you can see through the window and you see a little smile. The nice shots, and then in the car before they get out. And
We
then
saw that with.
move on from there.
We saw it with Gordon Ramsay and his daughter.
Yes.
And they got in the car, and you could see that they were chatting in the car before they got out. And then now we've seen all the photos.
Yeah.
And that was like it looked like a very special moment.
It is, and what I offer people is that I will come to the hotel just before it's all about to start.
Yeah.
And pick father and bride or whoever up. And we can literally just go around the car park if they want.
I love that.
But,
so even if they're having an all-in-one wedding, that it's still important to have this journey.
And equally, after the wedding, I'll take the bride and groom, again, sometimes just round the car park, so they can have a quick reset. It's often the first time they've actually seen each other after, since the night before. They can get some admin out of the way about who's here, who's not, what should we do, who's this, who's that, what's this, wasn't that fun, oh my God, we're married now. Do that bit and then go back. And it also gets them out of the way so the photographer can carry on doing a bit. Yeah. Doing a bit, Simon?
Yeah.
Doing a bit of that? Well, I'm doing a bit of that. I'm doing that.
You do.
I'm doing that.
I'm fluffing the dress.
So you're doing that. And so that just keeps things moving.
Yes.
And I say and the people that have done it, the couples that have done it, are so glad that they've
it's a bit
taken
of
that
time out, isn't it? I mean, John and I, we had something not similar, but we were in a golf buggy Hayley Bray literally stuffing me dress in and taking us up the hill just to get us away and have our photographs taken. And actually that's one of my fondest memories, because it was just both of us together, away from everybody else, just to calm down.
Little breathers are important.
Yeah, because you will lunge into one activity into the next, into the next.
It is, and
full on.
You know, quite often the bride is at the hotel with you know, the bridal party and that, but what about the groom or who's not at the venue?
Yeah.
They've got to get there.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of groom's cars.
What do we do when we're a same-sex couple? Is there any differences?
No, the only difference is I ask them how they'd like to be referred to.
Okay.
But everything else is the same.
Would we arrive in the same car together normally, or separate cars?
It's anything and everything. I've done weddings where the bride and groom have gone to the venue together.
Yeah.
They haven't done it the traditional way.
Have you seen it?
The thing
that,
if you've got two brides wearing dresses, one thing to bear in mind is, will they both fit in the back of the car?
Yes. Okay.
Because there are dresses and then there are dresses.
Yes. Okay.
And
I mean, the car that you brought with you today, those doors are quite wide, aren't they? So
the Rolls Royces I've got do help, because the doors open so back to front, does make it easier getting in and out. And the Phantom is bigger in the back than most cars.
I have a top tip that if you are trying to find a car that is suitable and your dress is on the bigger side, is we'll do it in our boutique. We'll lend you a wedding hoop. That will give you the circumference of a ball gown. Yeah. And, you know, pop that on. It might give the game away a little bit with your other half, but wear that and see if that is movable within the car.
Well, and actually, you asked about what's the journey to the venue like with the bride. You'll know this. It's often the first time they've tried to sit down in the dress.
Yeah. Please, girls, practice
so
sitting down.
So many go, oh my God, I can't breathe.
And pull it up and then sit down. Don't plonk yourself down, because it will rip your seat.
I've had a few brides sort of on the verge of a panic attack because they can't breathe, because it's so
Well, it's here then. If they're sitting here and it's all pushed in.
Or they sit on their veil and then it yanks their hair out and it's, you know, the number of times I've had to reinsert.
What about a convertible with the dress just up in the air? Would that work?
See, I wanted a convertible, but I was told I couldn't have one. So I ended up with a fire engine instead. So.
Well, yeah, convertible in the UK, interesting choice.
So you mentioned about four-door cars. I know some of your cars aren't four-door.
That's right.
You know, I know a little bit about cars. You do obviously a lot.
I've got no idea about cars.
Can we talk about cars? What sort of
cars?
Yes,
go on, boys.
And what colours?
Nodding off, just
colours.
Just say Ferrari. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I when I started, you know, initially, I thought, right, there's lots and lots and lots of wedding car companies. There's lots of wedding cars. A white car is the same as any other white car. So I tried to be slightly different and move away from the traditional white theme. And my first Bentley was a navy blue.
Right, smart.
And my first Rolls-Royce Phantom was a sort of light silver, pearlescent silver blue colour. And one of the things that I observed quite early on was that when you've got a bride in a white dress standing next to a white car...
Looks dirty.
Well, the photos don't show the dress, because you've just got big white car, big white dress.
Yeah.
Put the bride next to a car that isn't white.
Yes.
You get the shape of the dress and the style. So I've always shied away from just having white cars.
Yeah. I
have got white cars for people that want them, but even then... My white Rolls-Royce Ghost has got a light Tiffany blue interior.
Is that the one that you brought with you
today? That's the one today.
That looks lovely.
And it's the only one in the country.
Well, look, can I?
Yeah. Go down the cafe. He owes you a...
Yeah, they went to the cafe without me this morning.
Well, you know. So, again, it's something that you can't get anywhere else, one with that interior. Then I've got a couple of supercars. I've got a Ferrari, which is yellow. And it's the only one in the UK that you can hire. It's a particular model 430 Scuderia.
Is it?
It's a special car. Yeah,
it's an amazing machine.
And then
have you been in it?
I've got a lava orange Porsche GT3 RS.
Wow.
Again, it's the only one that you can go to your wedding in the country that I'm aware of.
Is it just boys that pick those? Do the girls?
There are some petrol head girls as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room in there for a dress. Is there?
They have to. obviously bear that in mind.
Yeah.
But again, they can meet their dad or whoever at the venue, if they really
Or
want to.
buy a dress that is a short dress with an overskirt, arrive, and then get into your overskirt if you want the ball gowns.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah. So, I've got a 1970s Mercedes, which is beautiful.
How many miles per gallon is that, David?
Gallons per mile. Yeah.
I'm just thinking, right, so I've got my van and I've got my little Mini.
Yeah.
And I have to make sure that I equally drive them per week just to keep that battery. How do you manage to maintain them?
Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. I mean, and again, this is one of the...
You're never at home, surely.
No, but this is one of the things that again, couples need to be mindful of.
Okay.
Is when they look at wedding car suppliers online, are these companies looking after their cars? Are they doing sort of preemptive maintenance?
Yes.
Where, it's not going to break down on the day.
Yeah.
If it's going to break down, you'd like it to break down any other time than on the way to a wedding.
Yes.
And you forward plan the maintenance. So you keep on top of it, and keep the cars in regular use. Now, it's not to say that you use them, for all sorts of other stuff. Lucky that we're quite busy, so the cars they're never really sitting around too much. But yeah, it is.
And is it important that these are your cars, that you're not an agency or anything like that?
I'm not an agent. I own these cars personally.
Yeah.
And more often than not, it's me doing the driving.
Yeah.
Because then I don't have to pay someone else's wages.
Yeah.
But obviously, I've got drivers.
Yeah.
Should you need them. But when people come to me, they're dealing with me. It's my baby. It needs to work. The cars are expensive to run.
Yeah.
And I want to make their day memorable for the right reasons and it be special.
What are the pitfalls of doing it through an agency?
This is something that's come about in the last few years. See, when I started, the internet wasn't such a thing as it is now, and particularly with AI as well now.
It's a very... you've got to be so careful.
You don't know what you're dealing with.
No.
So quite often you'll go online and you'll find what looks like a good company. They've got lots of nice pictures and it all looks amazing. They might not own any of those cars.
Right.
They might even be based in the Midlands or Scotland or anywhere.
Oh.
And they might take your money.
Okay.
And they've got no intention of doing the booking.
Sorry, what do you mean?
So they'll take a deposit.
Yeah.
You pay a deposit. It might be a small deposit, £50, £100. But they won't turn up. Because
Does this happen?
It happens a lot. I've been on the other end of it a few times where I've had to bail people out at the last minute. Or I had a couple where the company they were dealing with phoned them the week before and said they want another £600 because we've underpriced.
What's your
the wedding.
shortest notice then for?
About an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it was 2023. We'd just come out of COVID, I think it was, and things just went a bit crazy, didn't they? And there was a Saturday in July. I had about 50 inquiries for the same day, right? Now, I could have taken a deposit from each and every one of them, knowing I wasn't going to do them. Obviously, I haven't got 50 cars.
Why would you do that?
People do. They do. And so my advice to couples is...
Give us some red flags.
So red flags is if you say, can I see the car? And they say no. Or they make lots of excuses, make it difficult for you to see the car, then that could indicate that
they don't have the car.
They don't have that car or it doesn't exist at all.
I'm really shocked.
Yeah.
Doesn't take it takes a lot, but I'm shocked.
And that's one of the big red flags.
It's such an important part of the day.
If it's too cheap as well.
Okay.
I think people have... a lot of it now is managing people's expectations.
Yeah, but we talked about the Uber effect.
The Uber effect. People have got used to booking a car for 13 minutes and it only costing, £13.50.
Yeah.
That's not a wedding car service.
No, but you don't want the car to be on its way and then go, oh no, I got better fare.
Yeah, and I only do one wedding per car per day because I'm focused just on you.
Right, okay.
The car has to be spotlessly clean inside and out.
Yeah.
I get to the pickup nice and early, plan the route. There's all the other experience that comes with doing it that, like you said earlier, people don't think about and don't see.
Yeah.
That's what they're paying for.
Well, this is why we do this. So hopefully,
Yeah.
they can see this.
I was in an Uber only a few weeks ago going to London.
Does that kill you?
It's all right. I don't mind it sometimes. But this guy, literally turning out my road, he went up the curb, bang, like this.
Right.
Oh, no, this is going well. And he was on and off the throttle, and he was like this, and the car stank of whatever kebab had been spilt on the floor the night before.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. You don't want that on
Lucky little
your
pup.
wedding, do you? Because you think
Yeah.
about it, that wedding car is going to be in a lot of your photos.
Yes.
And so is the driver.
Yeah.
I've seen drivers at weddings wearing tracksuits,
No.
smoking in the car while the bride and groom are getting married.
I've seen that.
Have you?
I've seen that, but he had a Merc, and it was lowered right down. It looked brilliant, and he did look quite cool, and he probably suited.
The big chains around his neck.
Yeah, it worked. It did work.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, but I think you could make anything out
But
of
if that's what they've asked
situation.
for,
Yeah.
because there
Yeah.
are people who want the driver to sort of fit with the theme.
Yeah.
I wear the full uniform and the hat and everything.
Okay.
Because I want.
Yeah, it's a cool look.
Show
It is a
respect.
cool. People are asking for it. They do want it.
Yeah, and it does make a difference,
It
and
does.
it keeps my head warm.
Makes you taller.
Any more red flags?
Oh crikey. Yeah, the main one is see the reviews, references.
Okay.
Check those.
How can we get references?
It's harder now because
Yeah.
of all this GDPR stuff. So you obviously need to get
Yeah.
consent to share information. But venues are quite happy to do it
Okay.
for couples. We work closely with venues
Brilliant.
because reputation is everything, isn't
Okay. Yes.
it? So yeah.
So ask the venue that you're getting married at. Have they got anybody that they would recommend?
But the couples have to ask the right questions about insurance. Another question they should ask
Insurance. Yes. Okay.
is, if the car doesn't work on the day, what happens?
Okay.
What do you do? And if you have a problem,
Back up.
what's your backup? What's your contingency plan? They should be asking
You've
these
got like
questions.
10,000
Ferrari.
other cars. Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
but
yeah.
Is that your favourite?
Which one?
What's your favourite, and what do you wish you had in your collection? So is your favourite the Ferrari?
No, I don't know. I think from a wedding perspective, you can't beat the Phantom.
Okay.
The Phantom is
And just for a Sunday drive, sunrise,
I'd take the Ferrari.
and what do you wish you had in the collection? But it's not going to happen.
I'd like a Veyron.
What the hell is that? Sounds like a tracksuit.
Bugatti.
Bugatti.
Yeah.
Oh, Bugatti. I know what a Bugatti is.
I'd
Like
like
£4 million, aren't they?
something like that. So that's not.
£4 million. Why would you? I personally don't see the value in cars.
No.
I see the value of having a car to the wedding.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it's the memories, isn't it?
It starts it all off. Yeah, yeah.
And all those cars, both of us still love the Mini. They
Yeah.
are such brilliant cars, Minis.
It's because we feel big in it.
We can all fit in it.
Do you stay after you've dropped them off? Is there a chance for like the guests to see the car? Because
I thought
actually,
you meant like a stalker.
no, no, because the guests are inside, aren't they, waiting
Yeah.
for the arrival of the couple, so they don't see what they've turned up in.
For pictures, generally you do, don't you?
Yeah,
Get the
it-
ceremony
It
done.
all
and then-
depends what the couple wants. If
Okay.
the couple want us to stay longer, we stay longer. Sometimes we get invited in
Yeah,
for the reception.
Do you?
Asian weddings all the time,
yeah.
but sometimes non-Asian weddings we get invited in.
Are we allowed in the car as guests? As guests, are we allowed in the car?
If the couple are happy with that,
Yeah.
I don't mind letting children sit in the cars and take pictures and
Yeah.
things. It's their special day as
You
well.
kebab down to one side.
Yeah.
What is a no-no?
No is smoking
Okay.
in the car.
Not even a dad with his cigar?
No,
No.
don't do smoking. I'll happily pull over and stop, and
Okay.
same with vaping. You can get out or we'll go somewhere. I will allow drinking in the
Okay.
car. I used to supply drinks back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't anymore. Several reasons. One, try and keep the cost down for the customer.
Yeah.
Not many people drink alcohol actually these
No,
days.
getting less and less, isn't it?
And
So the pubs are shutting one a day.
well,
Yeah.
and I had a couple who wanted Red Bull. That was fine. Got some great photos
Okay.
of them. But with the alcohol, people are welcome to bring their own,
Yeah.
but they have to bear in mind, quite often they will be drinking on an empty stomach.
Oh, right.
Because they may not have had anything all morning, or
Yeah.
a banana.
So we
or
always
something.
advise our brides to make sure you eat
Yeah,
well the night before and
Yeah.
eat well in the morning.
quite often they haven't, or they got up at 6 o'clock in the morning to
Yeah.
start getting ready, and they're being picked up at lunchtime.
Yeah.
They may have only had a snack,
Yeah.
maybe a couple of Prosecco's while they're getting ready. And my advice, if you're going to bring your own drink in the car, make it a half bottle or even a quarter bottle of champagne.
Okay.
Just enough for a toast in the car.
That's it.
I did have an occasion where the journey from the church to the reception was about an hour down into Surrey.
Right.
And they'd bought a full-size bottle of champagne.
I could chug quite a lot. I don't know.
Well,
especially after dry January.
Windows open.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Getting out, the bride was like that getting out of the car. And of course,
Another great
who's
picture.
waiting at the door of the reception?
Simon.
Staff
Hey.
with a tray and 2 champagnes
Yeah,
on it. And
doesn't
these
stop
two were
flowing.
absolutely wasted
It's
already.
got a fridge in the car as well.
Have you got a fridge?
Keep it all cool for them. Yeah. So that's my advice on that one. Yeah.
Anything that we've not thought about, when we're planning our journey or our transport, what's the main thing that you would advise couples to look for?
My advice is always decide whether you want a more modern look or a traditional car, like a vintage or a classic. I stay away from those cars.
Okay.
For me, they're too unreliable.
Okay.
The day you want it to start will be the day it decides
It
not
doesn't,
to.
yeah.
And they take a lot of looking after. I think one of your other wedding car guests had a classic car, and he said it's
a nightmare, yeah.
It's a military operation getting the thing going.
Yeah.
I don't want all that stress, so I just have the more modern cars. And then choose your supplier carefully and come and see me. Come and see the cars. If you think about it, every other aspect of a wedding, pretty much, people try before they buy.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Well, they try the cake.
Cakes, flowers.
I've seen your photos.
Hair,
In the venue.
makeup.
You don't see everything until the day put together.
But wedding cars, the number of people that phone me up, have you got this car? Have you got a car available? Yeah. You send them some stuff. Okay, great. They send you money.
Right.
That's it.
Okay. So you would always advise going to inspect?
Always advise, because there's practical things. I've done weddings for wheelchair users, people with prosthetic limbs.
Yes.
They've got to make sure they can get in and out comfortably, mobility
Top
issues.
tips.
Or elderly people.
Yeah.
Some cars are too high, some are too low.
Have you got room to put a wheelchair in?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
The wheelchairs normally
Didn't
come
even think
apart.
about that, did you?
Yeah.
No.
They normally come out. And
You would hope that people that have
Yeah.
mobility problems would...
The boot's huge. You can go in the boot as well. I'll do that.
Also, quite a few couples I speak to aren't aware that they need to get to the venue earlier to have the interviews with registrars.
Right, yes.
And I say to them, right, what time does the
We
bride
all
or the groom
tell
need to be
you
there?
to do this,
Yeah.
but no, they
And
don't.
How many times do you hear interview?
Yeah.
They've got no idea.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of research and planning that goes into these things.
They do.
Yeah.
He was waving his arms at me. We've got to do some questions from the public because we've not done these for ages. Here you go.
Okay.
Have you seen this bit before?
I have, yeah.
Everybody's always nervous about this box. You've never done this, have you?
Only the time I was on here. Actually forgotten
What's
about
the best bit about your job?
It's just being part of somebody's really special day.
Yeah.
That never gets old.
Yeah.
And knowing that you're just making their dreams come true. A lot of people have never ever been in a Rolls Royce before, or they might be following in a family tradition. Like their parents got married in a Rolls Royce.
Okay.
I had a bride wearing her mum's dress from the 80s.
No.
They didn't even need to alter it.
No way.
Yeah, went straight on.
Don't like that.
Incredible.
That's amazing. I like that. Or I had one last year where the bride had her grandma's veil.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
I love bringing a bit of, the family history through.
Yeah.
I think it's lovely.
Something boring.
Right, I've got pick the key things that matter to you and then cut the budget on the rest. So I think they're saying, right, what are your needs and your wants?
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I would say the car is actually, when you look at break down the cost of a wedding, the car is one of the least expensive parts, actually.
How much are we looking at roughly?
Typically, you might be sort of £400-500, depending on how far the car needs to go and how long you need it for. I've done weddings in Essex, in Dorset, in Folkestone, all over the place, and obviously you price it accordingly. But you can spend as much as that.
Because it's
You think about table favours.
Yeah.
They can cost as much as that.
I
and they end
asked
up on the floor.
every single one of my brides in this week, what are you doing without? And every single one of them said favours.
Yeah.
So when you
start.
count all that up, that's the price of a car. And you'll never forget that car.
And the car is kind of bit that gets you there.
Keep the car, keep the dress, keep the photography. It's important.
Do you know, everybody says it, whatever they are on here. If I had a favour maker,
DJ.
they'll be like, favours every time, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what have you got?
This one is a bit of life advice.
A bit of life. Oh, there we
He
go.
cheated in a previous relationship. While he says he's changed, I can't shake the fear it could happen again. Can people really change, or should past behaviour be a warning?
This is on the back of one of our, with Sarah Davison. So when we have run out of time, we put the rest of the questions in here. Can people change?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, depends on
I think so.
how recent. Has he cheated in their relationship?
In a previous.
In a previous relationship, yes, I think definitely,
So-
because there is two people
Yeah.
in that relationship.
I did have a wedding once where it all fell apart at the last minute, and they still went through with, not they, but the wedding still went ahead because it was all paid for, it was all booked, and they just had a party, and it was
So with the couple there,
a couple weren't. The one who cheated wasn't there.
so that was a cheater.
Wasn't
But
invited.
no, and a lot of the guests, but
So the cheater was there at the wedding.
no.
So so the person that was cheated on was at the
Yeah,
wedding.
and they said it's all paid for. It's
Yeah.
all, we might as well have a party and call it the thank God I didn't get married party.
Yeah, why not? Because it's just
You
going to go
know.
to waste. And
Yeah.
I know it's an emotional
Awful. But
side, but
life-
you know, everybody's taking the day
life
off.
happens,
Everybody's
yeah.
got their outfit, and you know,
make the best of a bad situation. Really.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
So yeah,
So yeah, I think if they haven't cheated within their relationship, I
think
think that's fine.
give them a chance.
Am I being unreasonable to
Yes,
not
always.
invite the partners of some of the family I've never met or met just for 5 minutes out of several years ago?
Well, they
I don't know,
say,
invite who you really want to invite
Yeah.
and need to invite.
but isn't there pressure?
Did I say this last time with regards to
I don't know,
a
tell me
wedding
and I'll
that I
tell you.
shot? Well, it was deliberately the partners of the bride's siblings. The partners of them were on the outside, deliberately on the outside of our photographs, so you could
Oh, you did mention this to me.
Yeah.
crop them off
You could crop them off.
once
Yeah.
printed.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your top tip. Whoever
Yeah.
wrote that in, yeah. If you have to, because there's a lot of
I think
pressure.
it's great.
There's a
yeah.
lot of pressure from family.
But invite
especially-
who you want to invite. But yeah, it's a lot of pressure. Yeah.
It's their wedding at the end of the day.
I think people are being more cautious now. I'm seeing smaller weddings happening now.
Yeah.
There's some bigger ones locked into the year, but some ones with just a shorter duration before they book, and the smaller weddings.
I think
just
if
10
you
of
were
us,
to talk
know.
to anybody that's been married sort of 5 years and a bit more, and longer, 5 years, a bit more and longer, to make sense.
Makes sense in your head.
It does always. And you look at your photos and see the people that are in it. Half of them you're probably not friends with anyway now. Couples have split up,
Yeah.
so I think you know.
Well, if they're evening guests, that's all right, isn't it?
yes,
Give them a bit of pizza.
It's so expensive as well to pay for
It is.
all these people that you.
I always say if you would take them out for dinner and pay for their meal, then invite them to the wedding.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't pay for their meal, then they go on the C list.
I've had a bride uninvite her own mother.
Have you? Right.
Mother wanted to wear a white dress.
Stop it.
And she said, "You can't do that. It's my wedding." So, so she said, "Right, you're not invited."
So did she didn't come?
No. I mean,
Best that way.
Mums.
Best that way.
Mums. But why? So she's missed her daughter's wedding because she wouldn't stand down.
seemingly, yeah.
That is awful.
Yeah. So that was another wedding where the bride and I were getting on in the car, and she was telling me all this stuff, and I was doing my best to.
You're a
Comfort her.
therapist in
Yeah,
that
you
car.
gotta- you gotta-
we all are, aren't
do,
we?
yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to do a lot of hand holding.
Use your
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got to read the situation.
What's the worst thing you've heard in the back of your car?
I did have a wedding where the father was really trying to talk her out of it.
Really?
Like, quite often they'll make a few little one-liners and a few
Yes,
funnies, you know,
okay.
and you know it's all just light-hearted banter.
Yeah.
But this one was different,
Okay.
and he was really trying to pressure her to not go to the church.
Did it work?
No, but it was a short journey, so he didn't have very long to do it. I felt very sorry for her because she's there on the way to a wedding,
Yeah.
all geared up, all ready to go.
Whose side were you on though?
I don't know what it was all
Oh, you
about.
didn't get the tea.
They had a child together, this couple, and all seemed
Yeah,
all
but
right
just
to me.
because you got children doesn't necessarily mean that you need to.
No,
Harder to
but-
get out of a marriage than it is a relationship.
Whatever was the issue, the dad was doing his best to talk her out of it, really going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God!
so I
can
just-
you give them a call? Have you got their number?
Do you do it now live?
Yeah,
on
yeah,
show?
do live. Can you imagine?
And what car were you in?
Yeah.
Bringing it back to cars.
Yeah.
What horsepower is the Rolls Royce?
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
400.
I did have a funny little story. I had a groom's party to take to the venue, and these guys, there were 4 of them, and they were very, very high on energy, and they were
Red Bull.
Yeah, Red Bull. And on the way to the wedding, they were so lively, and it was great. It was a party atmosphere in the car. It was brilliant. And I think the groom had met the bride on a boys' holiday in Ibiza or something.
Right,
She was
okay.
on a girls' holiday.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they kept calling her Dyson. And I thought it was because she liked housework. But the conversation in the car.
Is this going to get us cancelled?
Better than Henry.
Yeah. And oh my God. And they were so. Anyway, it was one of these where I was dropping the groom and the boys off.
I want to know, but I don't want to know.
And then I had to wait. And then the bride and groom were just going to do the round the car park bit together for photos and whatever. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my goodness me, what is this bride going to be like? Anyway, when she came out, she was the sweetest, loveliest, quietest little church mouse of a bride you've ever met, right? And I'm thinking, you won't believe what I've just been hearing. And she got in the car, but the funniest thing was not just that, but it was the way the groom changed into this completely different person when he was around his bride.
This is why we
I've
get
seen
these
that.
messages in
Yeah.
about the brides
Well-
not wanting their grooms to go off.
The reason I'm telling this is this question.
Oh, he's got questions still. Okay.
I'm worried about his upcoming stag do.
Right.
Some of his mates brag about cheating when they go away. He's told me about a few of them doing it every time they go away. How do I talk about my fears without sounding like I don't trust him?
Well, you don't trust him.
Well,
Well, you don't trust the friends.
yeah.
Where are they going? Amsterdam.
Why? You want to go?
No.
You want to
I banned
Take a
myself from that
photo.
place.
exactly? He's going to.
It's a horrendous place.
Photographer. No. Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you do?
I think in this situation you just got to be honest and say, look,
Yeah.
I've got these concerns.
Yeah.
It's fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, under the circumstances.
You know, and it sounds like it's lads.
Yeah.
So the real reason why she definitely doesn't necessarily trust him, but she definitely just doesn't trust the mates.
Yeah.
And she loves his eyebrows and all that other stuff that could just disappear.
Oh, we're still doing that on Stag
I think
Do's.
so. Stag do's should be a few months before,
Yeah,
shouldn't
it's
they?
Yeah.
risky having it
Things
right,
to grow
right
back and
close to the wedding.
bruises to go down and
Yeah.
arms to heal.
STDs to go away.
All that
Yeah.
to disappear.
Yeah.
And look normal again for your wedding day.
Oh, you boys.
Yeah.
Crikey. Right, so you asked about horsepower. What on earth is that?
Horsepower. Do you know how powerful engine it is in the car?
Yeah.
It's
Is that
to
important for a wedding? Surely you're
petrol
just
heads.
chugging along and we're waving
Well,
out
it's a
the
very
car.
heavy car, isn't it? That
Yeah,
it's not a
it's-
normal weight car.
What you notice with the cars I've got, the Rolls Royces and the Mercedes, 2 Mercedes I've got a people mover Mercedes as well, is they've got big, powerful engines and they're very
Right.
relaxing and comfortable. And I've often been complimented on my driving as being, very calming, which is another skill.
I was going to say,
that's
actually,
important.
didn't think about driving.
No, it's not just
Smooth ride,
driving. You'll be
yeah.
smooth. I've had an entire car of people asleep on the way
No way.
because it's so smooth.
Because you were talking.
Don't upset our guests.
I know him.
He's been working on his dad jokes for ages. And, yeah. You should give Adam some jokes, my son. It's the engine. You don't want to rattle the old diesel, do you?
Yeah.
And these massive engines, you want them so they are just sort of ticking over or sitting halfway. You don't want them, if you've got a small engine in a big car, you're going to your foot down.
Another thing to consider
lift
as
that
well
big
is
car.
the time of year that you're getting married.
Right, okay.
Because you go, oh, I really want that type of car, and it might be the middle of summer,
Yeah.
and it's got no air conditioning. You're going to suffer.
Didn't think about
Your makeup's going to be ruined, your hair's going to be ruined, you're going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Conversely, you can get married in the middle of winter in a car without heating.
Right.
Same thing.
Yeah,
You're going to be
okay.
freezing. So you've got to think about that and be practical as well.
Do you have these points on your social media pages? If not, can you put them up?
I do, yeah. I've got a frequently asked question thing and,
Fab.
and things to consider
Okay.
when booking a
Okay,
car.
so you need to go and
Yeah.
see this guy's website, and then we can.
Yeah.
Because these are things that they can go and go. Actually, yes, they've got that. I've seen that. Yeah.
But engine size does matter.
apparently. So, on that note, back in you two.
Yeah.
On that note,
for another
where
show.
can we all find you into this camera?
Okay, so my website is connectlimos.com, and on socials it's at connectlimos on Instagram, Facebook.
And where can we find you?
beunveiled.co.uk. Instagram is beunveiledweds, and my name is Simon Pope, not Be Unveiled.
Or underneath a table.
Yeah.
What was that? Can't tell that story.
I can't tell that story. Next time.
Where can they find you?
Yeah.
They can find me here every single week. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, watching the show. We are, as this moment, 5.72 million viewed on the show, and our subscribers are going up. So I can't thank you enough. It really does mean the world. So keep watching us. We've got more guests coming in. If you've got any questions, send those in either on our website or in our social media DMs. If you want to come on the show, it's a good experience, right?
It's great. My
More relaxing than last time. This is
it
nice.
more relaxing?
Yeah, I like it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's good,
nice.
isn't it?
Can't get a word in, but
my
it's-
daughter will be so happy to see me on screen.
On the other side, fantastic. You got 68,000 views. So if you
that's
want to come on the show, send us a message. And if you want a wedding dress, come and see me at Love Me Do Brides. And we'll see you again next week. Bye.
Cheerio.